Every morning, 14,500 boys and girls walk through the doors of 24 public schools in Warren to begin the day's work. They are greeted by 685 teachers and specialists, such as psychologists and speech and hearing therapists. Supporting the teaching operation are 326 people: nurses, dental hygienists, clerks, secretaries, janitors, custodians, painters, carpenters, mechanics, bus drivers, and cafeteria workers. The citizens of Warren have provided fine school buildings and the financial support to maintain a quality instructional program over many years. The prowess of Warren athletic teams, music organizations, and other extracurricular activities is well known. Warren is equally acclaimed in professional areas for the strength of the educational program in the public schools. Our broad program of studies and many special services for pupils are designed to help each boy and girl achieve his or her complete capacity. The accelerated program for the academically gifted provides the opportunity for many of our college-bound students to study college-level courses in their senior year. Specially adapted courses are offered for slower learning students. This includes work experience during the junior and senior years of high school. The Warren schools are always searching for ways to further strengthen the education program. Any new idea is thoroughly tested to determine its value before it is adopted as a part of the program. The Governor of Ohio has expressed his desire that each high school graduate will have a diploma in one hand and a job in the other. Warren has been moving in this direction for some time. Here are several of these new or unusual educational programs which are offered in the Warren City Schools. In Warren, approximately 30% of the 11th and 12th grade students are enrolled in a program of vocational education designed to prepare them for a full-time occupation as soon as they graduate from high school. The practical nursing program is but one of more than 20 skilled occupations for which a student can gain entry skills. Approximately 600 students take advantage of these various vocational programs each year. Until this year, the practical nursing program in Warren was the only high school program of its kind in Ohio. It is designed to provide an opportunity for students to develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary in practical nursing. The program, which is 2 school years in length, is approved by the Ohio State Board of Nursing and Nurse Registration. During the first 28 weeks of the 11th grade, the students spend their days in related classes in laboratory or hospital practice in the school. Upon successful completion of this phase, the students are placed in local hospitals on a half-day basis, where they get first-hand experiences under the watchful eye of a nurse instructor. They spend the morning in the hospital. This period lasts through the remainder of the 11th grade and all of the 12th grade. The students are then eligible to take the licensing examination required for all practical nurses, which is given by the Ohio State Board of Nursing Education and Nurse Registration. Every girl in last year's graduating class passed this important examination. The ever-increasing demand for health services has brought about a large need for dedicated young women in the field of practical nursing. In Warren, the experience given students in vocational welding is as complete as can be found anywhere. This is possible because the wide variety of modern equipment will permit the boy to do any type of welding job. Then, too, as is the case with each instructor in all of the vocational areas, the welding instructors are skilled craftsmen with many years of experience in the welding trade. The purpose of this program is to develop in each student the knowledge and skill needed in the correct selection of use of tools, machines, and methods used in welding and fabrication. When the student has mastered the fundamentals of welding, the class, as a group, participates in the mass production of various weldments. These 2 students are using a micro-wire welder, which is one of the most modern methods of welding. Each year since the welding program has been in operation, a Warren vocational student has placed in the Lincoln Arc Welding Contest. The expected increase in the number of automobiles, trucks, and buses operating on the nation's highways during the next decade will bring about a demand for thousands of additional automobile body repairmen. In the auto body repair program, students have the opportunity to work on actual customers' automobiles. This enables them to realize the responsibility and sense of achievement which cannot be gained by just doing practice work. The spacious shop facility is equipped with the latest equipment to repair any collision damage. The type of work these boys are learning carries a high level of responsibility. When repairing a wrecked automobile, appearance is important, but it is the safety of the car for highway use that is the critical concern of the owner. Each type of work on the damaged car, whether it be from neglect or collision, requires careful planning to restore the auto body to its original appearance. An excellent eye and sense of touch is needed to be certain that the body will again have the original smooth lines. Many people are surprised to discover that in Ohio, horticulture occupations account for 33,000 skilled and technical job opportunities for men and women. Ohio leads the nation in total area under glass and ranks third in horticultural specialties. It is expected that the need for trained personnel in horticultural occupations will grow for many years to come. The students enrolled in this program have one of the largest greenhouse facilities of any secondary program in Ohio. Here, the students can learn the latest techniques of growing and caring for many varieties of flowers and vegetables. To gain experiences in working with turf, trees, shrubs, and other items which cannot be contained in a greenhouse, the students are permitted to work 1/2 day in local horticultural businesses and spend 1/2 day in school. Other students may elect to do horticultural work at the land laboratory, which is owned by the school system. Beauty salons are attractive, clean, pleasant places in which to work. Employment demand is steady, and the work is year-round rather than seasonal. There is no danger that automation will replace the skilled hands and personal touch of the experienced beautician. These are some of the reasons why the cosmetology program in Warren is in such demand by the girls in the 11th and 12th grades. Both book and laboratory work are experienced by students. In the laboratory, students gain skill in all of the various technical manipulative phases of the art. Learning how to shampoo and set hair and to manicure nails is only a part of the total knowledge the student must acquire before practicing in this field. A thorough knowledge of the hair, skin, and nails is necessary to determine what has caused damage. Was the problem the result of sun, wind, bacteria, the wrong soap, or a chemical to which the person reacts? What can be done to return the body to its normal, healthy condition? Can oils and moisture be replaced? How can the damage be repaired? And the operator must know and use hygienic procedures to meet the state and local laws to protect the customer and herself. After the students complete 500 hours of instruction, they are permitted to work on regular patrons. The salon is well equipped and provides all the facilities and atmosphere of a commercial hairstyling establishment. Upon completion of the course, the students are eligible to take the state examination, which is required for all cosmetologists. All of the students taking the licensing examination last year passed. The vocational drafting program in Warren was the first high school program in Ohio to be certified by the American Institute of Design and Drafting. The factors in this certification are excellent physical facilities and equipment, high quality in instruction, and placement of student graduates. The equipment in this program is just like that used in local industrial drafting. In addition to making actual blueprints of their drawings, these students have the necessary equipment to make modern microfilm copies of their work. Upon graduation, these students will have the entry skills to become draftsmen who can do good, accurate work and carry out the directions of engineers and designers. All three high schools in Warren offer an occupational work experience program in which the students attend classes 1/2 day taking the required courses in English and American history. Part of the class time is used to cover on-the-job problems and other related materials, how to apply for a job, how to get along with the boss and other workers. They also make a practical study of living expenses and budgeting, including interest on loans and installment purchases, and that lifelong problem, taxes. Under the guidance of the teacher, the students practice filling out a sample federal income tax form to report their pay received from working half of each day. From the pay the students receive, they are required to save 20%. Their savings account is checked at regular intervals. Many graduate with a sizable savings of money in the bank. This boy works in a lighting fixture store. One of his assignments is the checking of outgoing packages with the shipping statements and arranging for pickup and delivery. The employer teaches the work experience student all phases of the job, gradually adding more detail and increasing the responsibility of the worker. In addition, the employer can offer guidance in many other areas of life, checking merchandise for quality, the pitfalls of installment buying, how to compute the interest on deferred payments and charge accounts. Many materials are received unassembled and need to be placed into completed form for display and delivery. Many new skills are learned and practiced during this work experience. The occupational coordinator calls regularly to check with the student and his employer. The employer can provide the coordinator with valuable information in regard to the student, his attitude toward the various aspects of the job, how well he adjusts to the physical and emotional variations. The student is included in the conferences, since it is his job and his life which are under discussion, and if changes are to be effected, he must be completely involved. This provides the basis for possible changes in the student with the help of the coordinator and the employer. The school guidance program is provided by joint effort of teachers, administrators, and trained guidance personnel. Group guidance and individual counseling is available to help all students improve personal adjustment, to elect school courses, to choose school activities, to plan educational and vocational careers, to interpret standard test results, and to develop study skills. Vocational guidance is considered a very important part of vocational education in Warren. Competent vocational counselors are available in each of the high schools to help students decide in which of the occupational areas they would be most happy and successful. Every effort is made to determine the student's interests and abilities. A new program added this year is the Air Force Junior ROTC 3-year course, titled Aerospace Education. It is primarily designed to develop the boy into a better informed citizen on aerospace. It is intended to develop leadership traits in the high school student and to acquaint him with problems of national defense. Emphasis is on the academic portion and not on training in military skills. Arts and crafts classes cover a wide variety of techniques and types of activities. Craftswork is most interesting and highly rewarding to the individual student. The loom is an ancient tool which provides many modern approaches to creative expression. The looms are part of the equipment which show the range of activity which is provided for the fine arts student in Warren. The students are constantly experimenting with new art forms and materials. The student's idea of form and design is being expressed in this three-dimensional construction. Painting and sculpture play major roles in the total fine arts program. The students are taught to explore the possibilities of paint and to develop their technical skills while working with this material. As we can see, each artist needs specific tools to accomplish his creation. The schools provide equipment to the students for all basic work in the areas of graphics, sculpture, jewelry, ceramics, weaving, and basic art. In Warren, every fourth grade student has the opportunity to attend swimming class. Pupils are transported by bus to the nearest high school once each week for 11 weeks. A test is given first to check ability of the student. They are then grouped for instruction at their level. High school instructors have charge of the program and are aided by qualified student assistants to provide more individual instruction as well as to assure safety. A system of gradual progression builds step on step to teach each part of swimming, breathing, arms and legs, and then combining all into a smooth, functioning stroke. Swimming is an important skill due to the rapid increase of water sports. It is one of the few sports activities which can carry over into adult life. In terms of safety, since all Warren children have the opportunities of learning to swim, the danger of water accidents can be nearly eliminated. Aerospace exploration has made the study of astronomy interesting and important. The planetarium at Western Reserve High School consists of a computer-controlled instrument mounted in the center of the room, which projects spots of light on the hemispherical dome. The instructor can present the stars and planets in the sky as of any date, past, present, or future. Time can be speeded up or slowed down as the movement of solar bodies is demonstrated. Science classes from elementary and junior high school, public and parochial, are transported by bus to the planetarium. The facility is widely used by clubs and other groups in the evening. The Warren schools provide every child with his chance for an education. Special classes are provided for handicapped students at all grade levels. These include the deaf, crippled, slow learners, emotionally unstable, and those with reading problems. A new radio transmitter permits the deaf child to wear a normal, lightweight hearing aid, so they may move about anywhere in the room and not be bothered by connecting wires. The teacher uses a microphone and amplification, but even with this, many of the children can only feel vibration, so lip reading is a basic skill which must be learned by the children. Word cards are used to learn single words, working through phonics. Inability to hear their own voices causes problems in enunciation, spacing, and volume. Constant attention to correct pronunciation is most important. Then, to prevent single word reading and speaking in a monotone, the teacher flashes a sentence or a phrase for the class. The response tumbles out as a unit, providing the phrase learning necessary for normal speech. The electronic age has added a new dimension in foreign language, the language laboratory. The instructor operates a console using one or more tape recorders and record players. Seated in booths, the students hear tape-recorded voices through their earphones. They repeat the words or phrases or answer questions. The students hear themselves immediately and exactly as they speak. The instructor may listen to any student at any time by switching the control unit. He may work directly with one pupil to correct errors and may speak to part or to the entire class to direct the next phase of work. Students may also use the laboratory individually in free time to make up work or to acquire additional skills. This laboratory technique enables the learner to speak and understand a foreign language far better than the old method of instruction. The traditional grammar, vocabulary, translation work is still maintained in the classroom. This typing class is being taught with the aid of a wireless electronic audio laboratory. Because this equipment has 4 tape recorder channels, students can work at various speeds according to their individual abilities. This also frees the teacher to move about the room to instruct students on an individual basis. Because the teacher has a portable monitoring device, she can tune into any of the channels to see how the students are progressing. The device is quite flexible. As many as 4 different tapes can be used at one time. The students may change the dial to select the subject matter or different speeds of dictation. In addition to typing, this equipment is used in the teaching of shorthand dictation. This one set of equipment can be used in different rooms since there is no connecting wires to tie it to a single location. One of the first wired learning laboratories for school use has been in service in Warren since 1953. Skills developed here are also used in the vocational business and office program, which prepares students to become stenographers, account clerks, and general office clerks. An entire class may want to know about the same thing at the same time, but this is unusual. A child may have a special interest in some one thing. Where can he go to find answers to his questions? The Instructional Materials Center in modern schools is a storehouse of information for the student. Federal education funds have helped in stocking materials and supplying clerks to operate the project. In addition to the time-honored books and other printed materials, the Materials Center contains many different types of non-printed items: films, records, tape recordings, pictures, models, and specimens. This boy is using a viewer to study a strip film, which is a series of pictures with description included on each scene. Any equipment necessary to use these materials is provided: strip film viewers, tape recorders, tape players, and record players equipped with earphones for individual listening. A new device that helps in teaching reading is the Language Master, which uses a talking card with a word printed at the top and a strip of recording tape attached to the bottom edge, which reads the printed word to the student. This can be used individually by attaching earphones so that the child can work without disturbing others in the room. Many children are deficient in listening skills. Practice in listening to tape recordings is being used to provide the child with this important ability. Reading skill has been increased by the use of a book with the printed material recorded on tape or a record. The student listens and follows the words in the book. He can stop and go back to repeat and understand a new or unusual word. This method has proved most helpful to students with reading problems. One more method used to help solve some reading deficiencies. But with all the modern electronic tools, books and magazines are still most popular. The Reading Center is used by the special teacher of corrective reading. Pupils are brought from their regular classrooms for work in this special service area. Trained reading supervisors and teachers are necessary to diagnose and correct these problems. Reading is very important since it is the basis for all formal education. The term remedial reading is disappearing rapidly, for prevention is the only satisfactory solution for this problem. If defects are allowed to persist for even a short period of time, correction is most difficult. Working with small groups or individuals, the teacher can produce remarkable results if the child wants to learn, and he probably will, if his parents are interested that he learn. This type of cooperation between the school and home has produced high-quality education in the Warren City schools. Our facilities, programs, and equipment are excellent, but quality of education is based on the quality of teachers. Warren teachers are dedicated, well-prepared, hard-working people. Without them, our program could not operate.